Sleep might be the most anabolic, performance-enhancing, fat loss accelerating tool you're completely ignoring. No supplement, no recovery boot, no red light panel. Just 8 hours in the dark. From an exercise physiology standpoint, sleep is not passive rest. It's an active biological training session where your hormones reset, where muscle tissue repairs, and your nervous system rebuilds for the next day's performance. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down what actually happens hormonally during deep sleep, why sleep directly determines fat loss, recovery, and muscle growth, and the exact sleep hygiene that most creators, parents, busy professionals, the everyday person should use in order to help optimize their sleep. Because if training is stimulus, then sleep is adaptation. And without adaptation, nothing improves. In exercise physiology, we like to think of things inside of a loop. Stress, recovery, adaptation, performance. Training provides the stress, nutrition supports the recovery, but sleep is where adaptation actually happens. During sleep, muscle protein synthesis increases, growth hormone surges, cortisol resets, glycogen is restored, and neural fatigue is reduced. So if you train hard but sleep poorly, then you're basically interrupting the adaptation phase of your workout. That's why two different athletes can be on the same type of program, and the one who sleeps better, you're usually going to get the better performance from. We have to start looking at sleep as the multiplier. Sleep isn't just this on or off switch. It cycles through stages every 90 minutes. From a performance standpoint, these two stages matter. We have deep sleep and we have REM sleep. Think of deep sleep as the physical recovery phase and REM sleep as the neurological recovery phase. Let's focus on deep sleep first because this is where the exercise physiology magic happens. During deep sleep, growth hormone release peaks, tissue repair accelerates, immune function strengthens, glucose metabolism improves. This is why sleep deprivation is linked to lower testosterone, increased body fat, lower muscle recovery, and higher incidence of injury. Not simply because sleep is something that's nice to have, but because it's biologically required in order to have adaptation. Let's talk about hormones, the real drivers behind performance and body composition. Growth hormone. Growth hormone stimulates muscle repair, increases fat utilization, and it also supports connective tissue recovery. So technically, if you cut your sleep short, you literally cut off your body's biggest anabolic signal. Guess what? No supplement can replace that. Testosterone. Even 1 week of short sleep can drop testosterone levels significantly. Lower testosterone means reduced strength gains, poor recovery, loss of motivation, increased fat storage. So technically when somebody says that they're training hard but they're not making progress, one of the first questions that we like to ask as exercise physiologists: how much are you sleeping? Are you tracking your sleep? And next we have cortisol. Cortisol should be very low at night. Cortisol should be high in the morning. Sleep deprivation will flip this pattern. It's important that you know that. If cortisol is high, you're going to be waking up with a higher resting heart rate. You're going to have poor recovery, and you're more than likely going to have accumulated fat storage. Next, we have insulin sensitivity. Just one night of bad sleep can reduce insulin sensitivity, making it so much easier to store fat, the fat that we're trying to get rid of. Sleep isn't just a recovery, it's metabolic control, almost quite literally. Here's the key idea. You actually get stronger during the workout. I think most people know this, but you get stronger after going to sleep after that workout. Resistance training causes damage in the tissues. That deep sleep helps to provide muscle protein synthesis, cellular repair, helps to regulate inflammation, and it also involves tissue remodeling. Without enough sleep, that signal from training is still there, but that repair process is incomplete. You must try really hard to get on a really good sleep schedule because your sleep directly impacts performance. You have to look at sleep as a part of your training program, your training regimen. Now let's be real, most people watching this aren't professional athletes. You're working full time, you're creating content, you have kids, you have other life obligations, which usually means that sleep is probably the first thing sacrificed. But we have to take a step back from this. We have to understand how important sleep is, and sleep is not something that we should be willing to give up. That should not be the first thing that we sacrifice. And honestly, if you take a step back and try to think about it, sleep, you need sleep. You can't go without it. And if you do, you're messing up so many physiological processes. And actually, the more you do, the more sleep is required. We're starting from the beginning with your sleep. You're trying to create a new sleep habit. This is how we would do it. Your brain loves rhythm. Going to bed and waking up at the same time. There's a lot of studies that back this up, that doing that and just performing that and trying to make that a more consistent part of your day will do oodles for performance, for your mood. You want your body to start to regulate itself. You want your body to start to go through those sleep cycles. You have to recognize that light controls your circadian rhythm. The thing that you want to do is wake up. You want to get some sun in your eyes. Within 30 minutes of waking up, ideally that's the best thing to do. And before you go to bed, try not to have any lights. 60 to 90 minutes bed, put the phone down, put it on the side of your bed, put it on a charger. Try to get away from the phone. Another thing that you can focus on is the temperature. You want to lower your temperature. You want to have it a little bit cooler. You want to get under those blankets. You want to put on your face mask if you wear one. You want to try to set the mood, set the tone, the environment to have a good deep night's sleep. Because if you don't do that, again, you're trashing your physiological processes. Another thing that you want to be particularly careful about, and this one's going to be difficult for some people, so do what you will, but try to avoid working out super late. Working out super late, there's a bunch of things that's going on after you work out and a bunch of processes that your body has to go through. By having those processes activated that late at night when you're trying to wind down, it's going to be really difficult for your body to do. So what you want to do again is you want to set up that environment. You want to put yourself in an environment in which you allow yourself and give yourself a chance to be able to flourish, to be able to sleep nicely, peacefully, calmly without waking up. And once your sleep starts to actually improve, you'll notice a couple things. You'll have a lower resting heart rate. You'll have better HRV, heart rate variability. You will recover faster in between your workouts. Your mood will be a lot better. If you remember one thing from this video, remember this. Training is only half the equation. Sleep is where your results are truly built. Every quality night's sleep that you get is just aiding in that process for you to be able to perform at your best. So before buying another supplement, before attempting to add more volume, before trying to chase some other program or some sleep hack, ask yourself, are you really prioritizing and giving your sleep training a chance? Because the people who win long term at this game of life that we play, are the people who sleep well, who prioritize it. I really hope that this video helped you out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.